Swami Vivekananda, in his Rajyoga, has given a wonderful quotation for all of us, a thought which actually integrates all the four yogas. Here we are going to understand his thoughts on Rajyoga in few series of lectures. And he says that all our knowledge is actually based on experience. What we call inferential knowledge, in which we go from the less to the more general, or from the general to the particular, has experience as its basis. In what are called the exact sciences, people easily find the truth because it appeals to the particular experiences of every human being. The scientist does not tell you to believe in anything, but he has certain results which come from his own experiences and reasoning on them when he asks us to believe in his conclusions. He appeals to some universal experience of humanity. In every exact science, there is a basis which is common to all humanity, so that we can at once see the truth or the fallacy of the conclusions drawn therefrom. So the question is, has religion any such basis or not? I shall have to answer the question both in the affirmative and in the negative. Religion, as it is generally taught all over the world, is said to be based upon faith and belief. In most cases, consists only of different sets of theories, and that is the reason why we find all religions quarreling with one another. These theories, again, are based upon belief. One man says there is a great being sitting above the clouds and governing the whole universe. He asks me to believe that solely on the authority of his assertion. In the same way, I may have my own ideas, which I am asking others to believe. And if they ask a reason, I cannot give them any. This is why religion and metaphysical philosophy have a bad name nowadays. Every educated man seems to say, oh, these religions are only bundles of theories without any standard to judge them, each man preaching his own pet ideas. Nevertheless, there is a basis of universal belief in the religion governing all the different theories and all the varying ideas of different sects in different countries. Going to their basis, we find that they also are based upon universal experiences. The teachers all saw God, they all saw their own souls, they saw their future, they saw their eternity, and what they saw they preached. Only there is this difference that by most these religions, especially in modern times, a particular claim is made, namely that these experiences are impossible at the present day. They were only possible with a few men who were the first founders of the religions that subsequently bore their names. All the present time, these experiences have become obsolete, and therefore we have now to take religion on belief. This I entirely deny. If there has been one experience in this world in any particular branch of knowledge, it absolutely follows that that experience has been possible millions of times before and will be repeated eternally. Uniformity is the rigorous law of nature. What once happened can happen always. The teachers of the science of yoga therefore declare that religion is not only based upon the experiences of ancient times, but that no man can be religious until he has the same perceptions himself. Yoga is the science which teaches us how to get those perceptions. Man wants truth, wants to experience truth for himself. When he has grasped it, realized it, felt it within his heart of hearts, then alone, declared the Vedas, would all doubts vanish, all darkness be scattered, and all crookedness be made straight. Yea, children of immortality, Even those who live in the highest sphere, the way is found. There is a way out of all this darkness, and that is by perceiving Him who is beyond all darkness. There is no other way. The science of Rajyoga proposes to put before humanity a practical and scientifically worked out method of reaching this truth. In the first place, every science must have its own method of investigation. If you want to become an astronomer and sit down and cry astronomy, astronomy, it will never come to you. The same with chemistry. A certain method must be followed. You must go to the laboratory, take different substances, mix them up, compound them, experiment with them, and out of that will come a knowledge of chemistry. If you want to be an astronomer, you must go to the observatory, take a telescope, study the stars and planets, and then you will become an astronomer. Each science must have its own methods. I could preach you thousands of sermons, but they would not make you religious. Until you practice the method, these are the truths of the sages of all countries, of all ages, or of man pure and unselfish, who had no motive but to do good to the world. They all declare that they have found some truth higher than what the senses can bring to us, and they invite verification. They ask us to take up the method and practice honestly, and then, if we do not find this higher truth, we will have the right to say there is no truth in the claim. But before we have done that, we are not rational in denying the truth of their assertions. So, we must work faithfully using the prescribed methods and light will come. Swami Vivekananda.